Welcome to Warriors Conversations. I'm Dr. Daniel Johnson, president here at Wisconsin Lutheran College. And in this video series, I'm interviewing the Christian servant leaders that are just making such an impact here at WLC. And today I'm in the Marvin Schwann Library with John Bakke, a 2001 WLC graduate. He joined our staff this past July as our Vice President of Student Affairs. And he comes to us with experience as a Lutheran high school teacher and grade school principal, as well as the Director of World Missions for Kingdom Workers. And John is married to a fellow WLC alum, Kess, and they have 5 children. So John, welcome back to WLC, and what's it like to be back?
Well, thanks for having me. It's pretty surreal, to be honest. The buildings don't change, the people do, the mission doesn't change. There's a lot of nostalgia here for me. Walking through the library, walking through the recs, seeing places that I had experiences as a student, but now obviously have a different role. So it's really interesting to see yourself as a recipient of all the great things that happened at WLC and now being in a position to hopefully make those things happen for other people. So it's pretty special. It's an amazing opportunity, completely humbled to be here.
Well, it's great to have you. You've had a lot of experiences leading up to this role, and maybe how have those experiences helped impact your service here at WLC?
The experiences are everything. First of all, WLC prepared me for those experiences. But once getting out there, whether it being a teacher in front of students or a principal in front of teachers, or being in another country in front of a lot of people that don't look like you or sound like you, has really taught me that the world's a big place and there's only one thing bigger than the world, and that's Jesus, right? So WLC seeks to bring that Jesus to everybody that walks through its doors. And those experiences taught me that everybody's a redeemed child of Christ, blood-bought soul, and WLC has the mission and the ministry to minister to everybody. And so, those experiences really broadened my horizons. Prepared at WLC, but broadened my horizons, I think, to do a position like this.
Well, speaking of this position, maybe share with our friends what this role is all about.
College is a big deal. There's a lot of things that happen at a college, university, and academics is certainly big, but also the student life component is absolutely critical as well. And so my position is really to make sure that everything that happens outside of the classroom, first of all, is first class, Christ-focused, and absolutely done at the highest level. So we really want students to have an amazing academic experience here. We also want students to have an amazing spiritual and residential experience here too, as well. So all those lines cross, they all meet at the cross of Christ, and that's what our goal is. And obviously that happens with a great team that does everything from programming to residence life to making sure that our students' spiritual needs are met and absolutely just have an amazing experience here at WLC. This all happens through the support and partnership of my team in the sense of, they just pour into our students, and so blessed to have the team that I work on and partner with. And, my role is to really make sure that we really maximize the talents of everybody that's on that team for the benefit, for the sole benefit, the spiritual needs of our students.
Have you wrapped up your first couple months here at WLC? Is there a moment or two that just really stand out for you thus far?
Move-in day was a really big day. It was amazing to see all the students come on campus, especially the freshmen. You realize that as freshmen come on campus for the first time, and their parents are here for the first time, and they're experiencing college, and maybe they're a first-generation student or they're a first child in their family to go to college, how big of a deal that is. And so I really enjoyed walking around talking to parents, not necessarily students, because the students will have the entire semester, but actually connecting with the parents and to tell them, hey, listen, your child, your son or daughter's in a good place. We care for them, we love you guys, and we're here to provide a great experience. So that really stuck out in my head. That was really an amazing opportunity to get to know people. And then, I try to spend as much time as I can getting to know the students. So, whether it's, students I meet in the serving lines in the cafeteria or that I see in chapel or just between classes, getting to know the students is, what I would consider the best part of the job. Mm-hmm. So.
You joined our WLC family in this, our 50th year. And so what does God do? In our 50th year, he brings us the largest freshman class, undergraduate class ever, and also the largest undergraduate enrollment ever. And as we look at the landscape of higher ed, and just a lot of colleges in decline, why do you think WLC is growing from your vantage point?
You know, I saw this in every place that I've worked prior to WLC as well. The world is starved for servant leadership. The world is a dead-end place. You learn to take care of yourself, look out for number one, climb a ladder, become more educated than the next person, totally self-seeking. WLC is the exact opposite of that. It's putting others before yourself. It's becoming educated, not to take care of yourself, but to take care of others. And students see that from day one. They get it from the enrollment team. They see it in their classrooms. They see it in the faculty. And they see it on graduation when they walk by the Divine Servant statue, that the world is not about them. It's about others. And it's a special place to discover that. They do it in an environment that fosters critical thinking. Again, we have amazing faculty. It's done in a place where we take their spiritual needs very seriously. We have amazing campus ministry, right? But at the end of the day, it all leads to the cross of Christ. And that's what the college is focused on. And why do kids come here? Because they want that. And some of them know it outright, and some of them discover it. And that's what makes WLC a really special place.
Well, thank you, John. Once a warrior, always a warrior. And just thank you for all that you're doing to serve our students and our families well. And if you would like to learn more about WLC and perhaps learn how you can best support our mission, you can go to our website at wlc.edu. Thank you.